If you thought evaporation was fun, wait until you see what I'm going to teach you today. It's called condensation. Condensation, yes, is what I will be teaching today.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
That's what I thought. All right, I'm going to be teaching this today. You're going to have to step on the side. If I need your help later, I'm going to ask you, okay? Good morning. Today, as you've already heard, or probably, we are going to be talking about condensation. And that's another part of the water cycle. Water cycle, we talked about evaporation. It's when the water liquid turns into a water vapor and it goes up, all those particles. But where does it go? Where does it stop? And what happens? And what is condensation? And that's what today is going to be about, okay? So, the condensation definitely travels up and the water vapor rises into the air. It cools. It cools down the higher it goes, and it condenses into tiny, tiny drops of water. Okay? Now, where do you think those tiny drops of water go? Well, they go into a cloud. Okay? When those tiny drops keep adding and adding up, well, tomorrow I'm going to talk about what happened when the clouds get filled with those tiny drops. But today, I want to focus on condensation. So evaporation is the puddle getting the turning to water vapor going up, and then the condensation is all that water droplets in the cloud. Drops of water, real drops. So if you ever were drinking a cup of soda at a movie theater or water, or you had a cold drink on a hot day, well, the temperature of the air, the hotness or coldness, the warmness of the air, it will make a glass of water have condensation on the outside. Let me show you what I mean. So I took this glass, and down here, I filled it with regular water. And I filled two glasses actually. I filled this one and I filled another one that's the same that just has regular water in it. Now you're going to notice that this one is not like the other one. Okay? This one has tiny, tiny drops on top, but especially by the ice. It's water condensing or condensation, okay? So that's what condensation is. It's when the liquid inside, it changes into water vapor, okay? It's the evaporation. But the condensation is when it turns into water droplets and all the water droplets on the outside. So today, I did have an experiment that I wanted to show you, okay? And the experiment was to observe or look at the water cycle, okay? So when we're looking at the water cycle, we're going to fill a cup halfway with warm water, okay? Then we're going to take a piece of saran wrap or a clear wrap. Now, you're going to ask you to ask mom and dad for help if you'd like to do this experiment at home. This is cling wrap, and it's a clear plastic that goes over food that you want to save for the next day or the next couple days. Well, this plastic wrap is going to go over the top of that warm cup, okay, the cup of warm water. Then you're going to put the cup in a sunny place for 30 minutes, all right? So I already went ahead and did that, so now we just have to wait 30 minutes, okay? I'm only kidding. I did that 30 minutes ago, so you'd be ready to see it right now. So you have to wait the 30 minutes, but I don't because I did this 30 minutes ago. Let's take a quick look, and this is what the experiment looks like. I just want to show you. Observe the water cycle. And some people took masking tape and taped it on the outside to keep it nice and stretched tight on top. But you're going to see evaporation here, okay? And you're going to see my experiment that I did already. Let's take a look. Okay. Now let's take a look at this one right here. Now this is the cup. Oh, it's so bright. It's going to be hard to see. Oh, there it is. Do Do you see the water drop? So I have a regular cup of warm water. I put the saran wrap around it. And then there are the water droplets. Okay, when those water droplets fill up with too much, almost the top is almost like acting as a cloud, okay? A cloud that's filled with water vapor. And that's really important because just that little cup, it shows you a lot of parts of the water cycle, okay? The water that's sitting in the cup traveled up and evaporated, like we talked about yesterday, and the water started, the liquid water evaporated, and then it starts condensing. I mean, it starts going to the top of that saran wrap, and you can see all the water droplets at the top. All right, and they went up. Now, I just want you to remember that condensation, it changes that gas. It changes the liquid. Evaporation changes the liquid into water vapor. Okay? Condensation is when that water vapor starts to cool off and condense or get tighter. Okay? Tomorrow we're going to be talking about what happens when the clouds fill up with water. And I'm kind of hoping that there's some wet stuff coming down from the clouds when I'm doing this video, because I have an umbrella and I'd like to show you the real stuff, but I can't control the weather, so we're going to see what happens with that. But hopefully it rains or snows or hails or sleets by tomorrow so we can talk about, I didn't want to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway, precipitation. See you tomorrow.